If you ask women what sort of guy they like, they will usually say tall. And if I were to ask you what makes a guy tall, what height would he have to be, you will most likely say what? 6 foot or more, right? You'll most likely say that the guy has to be 6 foot or taller. Yet the thing is, the majority of the adult male population is not 6 foot or taller. To use America for example, 14.5% of the adult males in America are 6 foot or taller, leaving 85.5% of men being less than 6 foot. Now let's have a look at the average height of men per country in a number of countries. So you can see that it's pretty much the same in most countries around the world. Brazil, 1.731 meters. United States, 1.763. Australia, 1.748. Norway, 1.824. Spain, 1.78. South Africa, 1.69. Ghana in Africa, 1.695. United Kingdom, 1.77. And Iceland, 1.798. Those numbers are for men who are 18 years of age or older. So it includes older men who are generally a little bit shorter than they were when they were younger men. Yet I think the most interesting statistic is the fact that in America, 14.5% of the male population are taller than 6 foot. If you look at the average heights of other countries, you'll see that it's pretty much the same as the US. So you can assume that the same applies to pretty much every other country out there. In countries like Norway, where the men are taller, that's going to be a higher percentage. But generally speaking, around the world, most guys are not 6 foot. The majority of the male population is less than 6 foot. So how can you attract women if you're not tall, if you're not 6 foot or higher? The way that it works is that when a woman is asked what sort of man she likes and she says tall, what she's really saying in most cases is, I want a man who makes me feel safe, right? A tall man triggers her instinctive need to feel safe around a guy, right? So a guy can protect her. Yet a guy who is the same height as her can still trigger her instinctive need to feel safe. Additionally, when you see a guy who is taller than a woman, it doesn't always mean that he is 6 foot. In some cases, the guy might be 5'10" and the woman will be 5'9" or 5'8", 5'7". When a woman says that she wants a tall guy, it doesn't always necessarily mean that the guy has to be 6 foot or taller. Yet how about the shorter guys? How about the guys who are actually shorter than the women that they want to attract? Well, most women don't go around saying, I want a shorter guy. I want a mini man. I want a little man that I can rest my arm on when I'm hanging out. And I rest it on his head. Right? Women don't go around saying that. And most women don't really have a short guy on the top of their list in terms of what they want from a guy. Yet, a short guy can still get laid and get a girlfriend. Initially, when a short guy starts talking to a woman who doesn't normally date guys who are shorter than her, she may be suspicious of him. She might not be sure whether he could actually protect her and make her feel safe. Yet if he talks to her and she can see that he is confident, emotionally masculine, and he's not a wimpy guy, then her instinctive need to feel safe is going to be triggered. Not every woman is going to accept the short guy, of course, yet he can still get laid and get a girlfriend. He can still make women, including pretty, beautiful women, feel attracted to him and want to be with him sexually and romantically. So if you're one of the guys who has been going through life saying to yourself, I'm not successful with women because I'm not 6 foot or taller, you need to start paying attention to what you're seeing around you. Approximately 85.5% of the adult male population is not 6 foot or taller, yet they are still able to attract women, get laid, get a girlfriend, get married, and enjoy life with women. By the way, over the years, some guys have asked me how tall I am. Well, I'm 7 foot, so that's why I'm successful with women. No. In reality, I'm 175.5 centimeters, which is basically 5'9", right? So I'm not even a 5'10", 5'11" sort of guy, right? It would be nice to be 6 foot, but the reality is that if I was 6 foot or taller, like the man in the photo here, then I wouldn't have gone along the path that I did, which led to me discovering how to attract women as I talk to them. Seeing what other guys were going through out there, I then had the motivation to get out there, start teaching this stuff, and I haven't ever stopped since. So if I was a tall man like the man in the photo here, you probably wouldn't be watching this video. Success with women most likely would have been handed to me on a silver platter as a result of being 6 foot or taller. Yet personally speaking, over the years I have met some tall guys through my social circle who are not successful with women. They are tall, but they are nervous, right? They're shy, they're insecure, they doubt themselves around attractive women. I also have friends who are tall and they are confident, they believe in themselves, and they succeed with women very easily. So what's going on there? Well, remember what I said before about a woman's instinctive need to feel safe. Even though a guy is tall, if he is nervous, insecure, and doubts himself, then a woman is not going to feel safe around him if she is more confident in herself than he is. If a woman feels like she is more emotionally strong and emotionally dominant than a tall guy, and he's just a big teddy bear, then her instinctive need to feel safe is not going to be satisfied. Instead, he's going to make her feel more like a mother figure to him, and when a woman feels that around a guy, it doesn't make her have sexual feelings. Some women will put up with that, but most women get frustrated by that type of relationship dynamic. So while being tall definitely can give a man an advantage in terms of making a woman feel like she would be safe and protected by him if he's a confident guy, being tall doesn't guarantee a guy's success with women. The fact is that guys who are not 6 foot or taller can still attract women and enjoy easy, natural success with women. As I mentioned earlier, when you see guys who are taller than a woman, it doesn't always mean that the guy is 6 foot or taller. Sometimes the guy is 5'10", 5'9", 5'8", and so on. Generally speaking, women are usually shorter than men. There are tall women out there, but generally speaking, women are usually shorter than men. So what you'll see is that a woman will be 5'8", and the guy will be 5'9" or 5'10". You will also see situations where the guy is shorter than the woman. Yet, regardless of whether a guy is taller than 6 foot, or he's taller than a woman and he's 5'9" or 5'10", or is the same height as her, or he's shorter, the most important thing to most women out there is that their instinctive need to feel safe with a guy is satisfied. In other words, he is a confident guy. He's emotionally strong. He's not a wimpy guy. There are so many ways that you can make a woman feel attracted to you as you talk to her, and one of those ways is to trigger her instinctive need to feel safe. Making a woman feel that way doesn't mean that a guy has to be a thug or a bad boy or anything like that. Instead, a woman just needs to feel that the guy is emotionally stronger than her. He's more confident than her. He is not looking to her for protection from the world around them. She essentially gets the feeling that she can be the woman and he will be the man. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video and learned something from it. If you'd like to learn more about how to attract women so you can enjoy your choice of women, I recommend that you read my ebook The Flow or listen to the audiobook version, The Flow on Audio. When you read The Flow or listen to The Flow on Audio, you will learn exactly what to say and do when you're interacting with a woman to make her feel attracted to you and make her want you regardless of your height. There are some women out there who will only ever accept a guy who's 6 foot or taller, but the majority of women aren't that fussy when it comes to height. They will go around saying that they want a tall guy, but what they're really saying is that they want a guy who makes them feel safe. Most women out there are happy to be with a guy who is the same height as them, or maybe a little bit taller if he's 5'9" or 5'10", and many women out there will also accept a guy who is shorter than them. So when you read The Flow or listen to The Flow on Audio, you will learn my best examples of how to start conversations, how to keep conversations going, how to make women feel attracted to you, how to make women feel connected with you, how to get to a kiss, how to get her phone number, what to text her when you get her phone number, how to get her to go on a date with you, how to get to sex, and so on. The Flow is everything that you need to know to go from hello to sex and into a relationship with a woman that you find attractive. One final point that I want to make for you in this video is that there's a big difference between online dating and attracting women in real life. When a woman uses online dating, she has thousands of guys trying to get a chance with her. As a result, her standards go way up. She can start asking for things like tall, rich, handsome, drives a Ferrari, has a luxury yacht, and so on. She can essentially pick and choose between the top 1% of guys that are hoping to get a chance with her. Yet in real life, when you make a woman feel attracted to you as you talk to her, it becomes about you and her in that moment. If she has an online dating profile with thousands of guys lining up to get a chance with her, she isn't necessarily going to be thinking about that when you and her are interacting, right? She's going to be focused on the fact that she's feeling attracted and turned on by you in that moment. So while it's true that with online dating and with apps like Tinder, it's mostly about looks, height, and money, in real life, it's an open playing field. All types of guys have a chance to get laid and get a girlfriend, right? So if you want the power to be in your hands and you want to be able to attract women and enjoy your choice of women, I recommend that you do that in person, right? Don't try to compete with guys over height. money, and looks with online dating. The best way to get laid and get a girlfriend is to attract women as you talk to them. So if you're not 6 foot or taller, just know that you can attract women in person. You can make a woman feel attracted to you as you talk to her, and you're not doomed for life because you're not 6 foot or taller. You can attract pretty beautiful women. That is a fact. Approximately 85.5% of the adult male population in your country is going to be less than 6 foot, so don't doubt yourself. If you see a woman that you find attractive, interact with her, make her feel attracted, and take the interaction to the next level.